Ladies and gentlemen, what's good? We're back with another Call of Duty Mobile video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. So as you guys know, lots of stuff coming to the game pretty soon over on the Bobby Reacts channel. We got to take a look at a lot of things in the test server, but we didn't look at the gameplay yet. So today we're going to be taking a look at gameplay for the new M13 assault rifle. Already gave it a couple plays. I will say pretty fun to use. Excited to see this coming to the game. We do have the R9 shotgun coming to the game as well. And I believe that's actually going to be the one that comes first because from what I've seen, it looks like there will be a blueprint for it in the battle pass, which means we'll have to wait a little bit before we get the M13. But regardless, I think this is one that people are going to have a lot of fun with. Hope you guys do enjoy the video. If you do, please do me a huge favor. Drop a like down below. Subscribe to the squad if you haven't already. And without any more talking, we're going to go ahead and hop into the action. All right, taking a look at our attachments, it looks like pretty standard attachments across the board. The barrel is going to be one of the only ones that makes a significant difference. So we got a mini barrel. It's going to be primarily for mobility. Heavy long barrel. Interesting that they're not going like marksman or ranger, but it looks like effectively going to be the same as the marksman barrel. And then we also have a silence barrel, which is going to give us some ADS time as well. I'm going to build it out for range initially, just so that we can test it in the firing range a little bit. Probably go with a relatively traditional 20% ADS movement speed on a AR. Definitely going to be looking really nice. Want to build it out for that ADS bullet spread accuracy. So we get the granulated grip tape on there. OWC tag laser. This is not going to be a super unusual gun by any means. Couple interesting things down here. So you get a 300 round or a 300 RTC 30 round reload and a 300 RTC double stack 30 round reload. Interested to see how that's going to impact it. Obviously damage range always going to be a significant thing. Not going to have quite as much ammo alongside that, but we'll test out both of them and just see how it feels. So this is going to be like my ultimate range build, and then we have it saved. So we're going to make a second build with this gun, and it's going to be kind of just like a baseline to test out the range and everything else with it. So we throw that on right there, take off that, and probably throw on, I mean, that's not really a ton of penalty, plus 30 rounds. You only lose an additional 1% movement speed and a little bit of reload time. That seems like it's definitely going to be worth it. On top of that, we might just rock with the silencer barrel a little bit, since it's not really going to impact our range at all and could potentially be a nice other option. Makes the gun look super weird, but I'm interested to try it out. Oh, one thing I forgot to take a look at is the Tech 5 heals the user and their team, also gives 50 extra health. We do need to go ahead and throw on the flash drone as well. And then last but not least, we got to throw on the lightning strike for when we actually hop into a game. All right, so this is going to be our range build, and definitely not super quick on the movement speed, obviously up close. ADS time's not terrible, and actually big time headshot damage right there. So if you hit 3 headshots, it is going to be a 3-tap, and it looks like the rate of fire is relatively fast as well. It's a little bit bugged in that we don't have any actual audio right here. The gun itself not looking too terrible, so we'll see how far back that extends. Looks like it's going to maintain back at 10 meters. Might be a gun that you want to build out for horizontal. It looks like it goes all the way back to 20 meters. We do have a lot of range capacity built onto this, so I'm interested to see all the way back to 30 meters. Oh my gosh, this might become the new battle royale meta. When you look at the rate of fire on this combined with the range that you get, it is finally going to drop off back there. So we'll see just how far back. Keep in mind, this is our max range build, so it's not going to be probably something that you're going to be taking like a ton of fights with. At least as far as I would recommend, especially with only 30 bullets and a lot of horizontal recoil, pretty high rate of fire it seems like as well. It looks like the range goes pretty freaking far back. Good lord. Okay, so we finally found the range at which it drops off. Let me figure out how far back this is. We're like at 40 meters, so that's when it finally starts to drop off. That is some crazy range. Now we're gonna go over to the normal build that we have. Obviously, we're probably not expecting that this is gonna have the same range. Okay, so yeah, probably, if I had to guess, probably around 20 meters is where we're still gonna be able to maintain, which is not bad at all. The recoil also not terrible. Like I mentioned, relatively high rate of fire. Obviously, you do have to be accurate with your shots, because if you hit the lower body, it turns into a 5-tap, and that's going to make things a whole lot slower. Just taking a look at the general recoil pattern right here. Really not very significant horizontal recoil, especially with this build. So This looks like it could be something that could be very, very viable, especially if you have decent. Oh my gosh. I mean, it just like the slightest amount of recoil control, and this thing's just straight up laser beam, zero recoil. I'm interested to get into the gameplay. So for those of you who don't know, we actually are getting kind of an upgraded version of Crash, just kind of redid some of the textures and everything, so it is going to look significantly different. Not expecting to see a whole lot of players, and I think they actually give you the option to not download the upgraded sounds, so that's why the sounds are probably going to sound just absolutely terrible for right now. But taking a look, I mean, like I said, zero recoil. If you hit shots to the upper body, it's going to absolutely torch. You do have to keep in mind that you can't afford to not get those upper body shots. The one thing I do need to go back to the firing range to test is whether or not you can actually hit shots to the arms if you're going to get those same good damage multipliers, or if it starts to drop off with that, because if that is the case, that's going to be something that could really hinder it. But at the same time, pretty solid damage output, high rate of fire gun. Maybe an upgraded version to an AK-117 is what I would kind of compare this to. AK-117, very easy to use, not a whole lot of recoil, not a whole lot that you got to worry about. And it feels like we have more ammo than usual. I don't know if there's something specific that's making me feel like that. Obviously you get the sound for the streak that we're starting to get up right there. Reload cancel, always going to be important. I'm actually running out of ammo right now. Okay, let me pick up this gun, see if the nuke animation changed at all. This might have a higher rate of fire than the Type 25, which would be actually pretty crazy because it's one of the higher rate of fire ARs in the game. All right, so we get the nuke called in. We're gonna switch over to our other class, which is gonna allow us to test out a couple of things. Yep, nuke called in, does not really look any different. We know everybody's gonna be spawning over here. I'm interested to try out the new tactical. Oh, you have to actually like shoot it? Oh, this is like very Valorant-esque. I might have to jump into a custom room to try this or something. Okay, so I guess it kind of works on a delay. It's very weird. I also got obliterated by that bot. So basically you can like shoot it as far as you want to, and you don't have to worry about it hitting you. We're hitting the shots right there. Yeah, the 60 round might be the wave, especially for Battle Royale. I feel like this could be incredibly powerful if you build it out for a combination of both range alongside that 60 round magazine. Could be crazy good. Like I said, it basically does not have any recoil. 60 rounds, no recoil. And I mean, the 60 rounds alone is a huge advantage in that it is very little downside to putting that on there. Only -2%. And you empty that thing so fast, the rate of fire is crazy. Okay, so the one thing I did say we wanted to test out was whether or not you're going to get the same hit markers to the lower body, the upper body, and also to the hands. Taking a look at it right here, I actually managed to find a way to miss the hands. It looks like you are going to be able to deal 24 damage to the hands, which is not a good sign. It's going to make it that much more important for you to aim for the upper body and hope that you can get a headshot. That headshot is always going to guarantee that you get a 4-tap, and like we've seen, you can build it out so it's got ridiculous range, able to 4-tap all the way back at around 40 meters if you build it out right. This is going to be really a true assault rifle in that it requires a lot of accuracy, but rewards you for that accuracy on top of the fact that it has relatively low recoil. Let me know you guys' thoughts on the gun in the comments down below, but that's going to be it for the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys in the next one.